It's Ramadan now. I'm not Muslim, but this is my favorite time of the year. Why do you ask? Because the girls is bringing the hijabs out. Come on! The hijabi fashions, that's when they really fucked the game. I just feel like y'all don't be giving them enough for the face.
Assalamu alaikum. How is everyone? I am so excited because we are 2 days away from my very first Ramadan that I will be observing fully.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak to everybody who is celebrating. I debated making this video.
I became Muslim last Ramadan, and I believe this Ramadan is going to be super special. And I don't say that as an experienced Islamic person. I say that from someone who's been on the path of awakening for over 6 years. And I see, like many others, that we are all rising in consciousness.
السلام عليكم. تقبل الله صيامكم وصلاتكم. خلال هذا الشهر الفضيل بزاف ديال الناس الغير مسلمين واخرون مسلمون اجانب اللي داروا واحد التحدي، كيديروا فيديوهات على صيام رمضان والفضائل ديالو والمنافع الصحيه وعدد من الافكار الجميله التي يجب ان تنتشر في مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي بشكل كبير. إذا عجبكم الخوت هذا الفيديو اعطيونا لايكاتكم، بارطاجيو مع الفاميلا والخوت وناخذوا الاجر كاملين. نشوفوا الفيديو نتلاقاو في الاخير.
It's Ramadan now. I'm not Muslim, but this is my favorite time of the year. Why do you ask? Because the girls is bringing the hijabs out. Come on! The hijabi fashions, that's when they really fucked the game. I just feel like y'all don't be giving them enough for the face. It's just like, bitch, let me cover up, bitch. Let me cover up. Mug down. Every time. It's like, okay, you was already cute when you had on your, your Americanized clothes or whatever. You had when you had your little outfits on your Fashion Nova, but they put down the whole. They do they fuck them up, and then they start bringing out the colors, and they be the prettiest colors, fully saturated, none of that pastel washed out shit like what I got on. They don't be playing around when it comes to hijabi fashion. I just feel like if it's, I don't know, y'all need a trending sound y'all need to do. Maybe is that haram? I don't know. Like, y'all have to put on, y'all need to get, I know we just started. It's early in Ramadan, but I'm ready to see the outfits. I'm ready to see the looks. I need to see it all. Hurry up. I don't know what y'all waiting for.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak to everybody who is celebrating. I debated making this video, but I decided that others might benefit, so here I am. Yesterday, after experiencing a health issue due to my chronic illness, I spoke with my doctor and decided that I would stop my fast. And I am making this video for those Muslims who have a chronic illness or other situations that doesn't permit them to fast. And here's the thing with fasting. As Muslims, we so want to be part of it. We want to feel that sense of connection, joining the ummah in this beautiful experience. And the guilt can be pretty heavy. Like you're missing out, you're not doing enough, and like maybe you're failing at Ramadan. But if you are unable to fast, please hear this. You are not failing. You are not doing anything wrong. Imam al-Ghazali said the spirit of fasting is not hunger and thirst, but purifying the heart and drawing closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So purify your heart, draw closer to Allah, engage in the Taraweeh, and gain more rewards. Remember, the gates of hell are shut during Ramadan. So allow nothing to pull you away from Allah. And remember that the only audience that matters is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So don't allow others to shame you or make you feel bad for your inability to fast. Allah knows your intentions when nobody else does, and only His judgment matters. Imam al-Qurtubi explains this perfectly. This is not neglecting worship. This is a shift to a different form of worship suited to your ability. In Omar Suleiman's Ramadan series for this year, which I was just watching, he says, devils aren't just heckling you from the outside. They flow through you based on how much access you allow them. And it is a relentless battle. So it may just be these negative forces that encourage you to think that you're a bad Muslim if you can't fast. But remember, Allah knows what is in your heart. He has already planned this for you.
Assalamu alaikum. How is everyone? I am so excited because we are 2 days away from my very first Ramadan that I will be observing fully as a revert. For those who don't know, Ramadan is the month of the year that Muslims commemorate when the Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. I am still learning quite a bit about Islam, so I am excited to see what this Ramadan brings me. Ramadan is actually one of the 5 pillars of Islam as part of practicing Islam. The most well-known practice during Ramadan is fasting. Muslims will fast from sunup to sundown, only eating and drinking in the early morning and late night hours. There is also a strict adherence to the 5 daily prayers, as well as doing your best to follow all of the lifestyle guidelines that Islam presents. This is going to be a very interesting experience for me because I have never intentionally fasted for any reason. I have spent days not eating simply because I did not want to, but it was not for an intentional reason. I will be spending my Ramadan and Eid at home. It'll be inside of my comfort zone, which I think will be nice while trying something new. I'm praying that all of my Muslim brothers and sisters have an amazing Ramadan and that you feel so much closer to Allah and that you and your families are all blessed. Ramadan Mubarak, everybody.
I became Muslim last Ramadan, and I believe this Ramadan is going to be super special. And I don't say that as an experienced Islamic person. I say that from someone who's been on the path of awakening for over 6 years. And I see, like many others, that we are all rising in consciousness. I believe we are in the judgment day. Fasting, being silent and connecting to God in these days, in these unprecedented days of history we are currently living in, is of course inshallah going to be phenomenal. There's a huge divide between good and evil, light and dark, not that I like that analogy, between the veiled and the unveiled. More than ever do we need to be connected to God and be connected to our higher self. Why do I say we're in the judgment day? Well, a day to Allah is a lot longer than 24 hours on earth. For example, in verse 22:47, Allah says, "Indeed, a day with your Lord is like 1,000 years of what you count." Or 74, "The angels and the Spirit ascend to him in a day whose length is 50,000 years." I believe it's a cosmic shift spanning millennia. And I believe the resurrection and judgment unfolds over time. Allah knows best, but why are there so many people on earth today who truly know they are an old soul? And they have a lot of stuff to shift through ancestrally, a lot of karmic imprints to understand. Were we not resurrected for judgment in this day? It certainly feels like I have. On that day, it will seem to them as if they had not stayed in the world except for an evening or a morning. 79:46. Does it not feel like time is speeding up to all people here on earth at the moment? And your family is saying, "No, you don't understand that as you get older, it gets quicker." And even for me and younger generations, it's so quick. A week's feeling like a second out here. And I watched a series the other day called Allah and the Cosmos, and they explain how one throne year is like something crazy like 1,000,000 years on earth. The throne is where Allah sits, right?
And do you know what else this means? It means that the average human lifespan, which is 71 years on this planet, which we thought was about 27 milliseconds, is actually only about 2.7 milliseconds.
To Allah. So think about that. Allah says on Judgment Day, the earth will be violently shaken, which it is. The seas will be overflowing or set ablaze, which they are. This one's very interesting. Quran 22, number 2. On the day you see it, every nursing mother will be distracted from what she was nursing, and every pregnant woman will abort her pregnancy, and you will see the people intoxicated while they are not intoxicated, but the punishment of Allah is severe. I mean, the distractions and the intoxication while not being intoxicated, it's all there. And this is just crazy, okay? In Surah Al-Isra 17:13-14, Allah says, "And we have fastened every person's fate to their neck. And on the day of judgment, we will bring forth for them a record which they will find laid open. It will be said, read your record. Sufficient is yourself against you this day as an accountant." Girl! The personal accountability that we're all facing as awakened conscious people on a healing path right now is crazy. And I know I'll get hate and naysayers to this comment from mainstream Muslims, but I have been made aware of my fate and a record of what I have done in the past that isn't in this lifetime. Like, seriously, I know stuff. I can't be 100% sure, only Allah can, but I know stuff. It has been given to me, and it has helped me come to the place I am today, and seeking forgiveness and knowing why I have had to go through the exact pain and suffering I've needed to. People will flee from their loved ones. On Surah 80, 34 to 36, on that day a man will flee from his brother. What? His mother and his father, his spouse and his children. This is true. The guilty will wish they were dust. Do not, like most people living here in the West at least, want to die and wish they were dust? I mean, have a look at the suicide rates in men. And you can interpret guilty here as someone who hasn't been revealed their sins, their past, what they have done, and why they're here and what they're here to learn. Hell and paradise will be brought near. It's all happening on earth right now. The sky will change colour and structure. It has. Hell will be dragged forth. Have you seen who's running the USA? Have you seen who's publicly doing demonstrations of a Nazi symbol? And everyone's clapping? Hell is here, girl! And these people are connected to the social media platforms we're all using, including this one. So, fasting, what a great time to fast. Maybe we should all fast from social media as well. Because the frequencies, the energy is all through there. And food is what you consume. We're not just consuming food anymore, we're consuming sounds, information, sentences, noises and frequencies more than ever before. So when I say it's going to be phenomenal and it feels like it's going to be special, I swear it's because it is. We're meant to be here, and if you're watching this and you're going to do Ramadan in whatever capacity you feel is best for you, or whatever capacity you think you know to be good for you and not gonna make your health terrible, then I think you're supposed to be hearing this. And congratulations for doing it and being here in this day and age, and you're choosing God. You're choosing awakening. You're choosing being conscious. It's a very difficult journey in this day and age, in this day of judgment. Allah knows best. Assalamu alaikum.
فعلا الخوت فيديوهات جميلة ومحتوى يجب انتشاره على مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي بشكل كبير، خصوصا أن أعداء الإسلام كيحاولوا ما أمكن أنهم يطعنوا في الدين، كيحاولوا ما أمكن أنهم يدخلوا أفكار البلد أو لبلدان المسلمين، أفكار دخيلة على المجتمعات الإسلامية اللي ربما بدأت كتغير التفكير تاع البعض عدد منهم في البلدان ديالهم، او على الاقل على الناشئه ديالهم في عده مجالات حياتيه، واللي اكيد انها غتاثر سلبا على المسلمين والدين الاسلامي. في هذا الوقت هذا نفسه كاين ناس اجانب اللي كيحاولوا ما امكنهم انهم يقلبوا على الاسلام ويبحثوا في الاسلام ويعتنقوا الاسلام. كنشوفوا من خلال رمضان هذا التحدي هذا اللي منتشر في مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي، واللي كنتمناو انه يزيد انتشار عند كافه العرب والمسلمين. تحدي صيام رمضان، وبزاف الناس اللي ابدوا اعجابهم وانطباعاتهم الجميلة واللي كلها المشاعر جد إيجابية تجاه الدين الإسلامي الحنيف، دين الحق. خلال هذا الشهر الفضيل ما فيها بس الخوت بارطاجيو هذه الفيديوهات، على الأقل ما غنخسروا والو. اللي بارطاجي هذا الفيديو يوصل لواحد الآخر والآخر يوصلوا لواحد العدد من الناس، ربما غيوصل للمسلمين أو غير مسلمين. هذا الشيء كل شيء فيه خدمة للإسلام اللي واجب علينا أننا نحميوه، فهذا فرض علينا كاملين كمسلمين. تحياتي لكم الخوت، نتمنى أنكم تصوموا رمضان بصحة وعافية ويكون شهر رحمة ومغفرة. السلام عليكم.